We'd be living in a completely different world if these groundbreaking technologies had taken off. Those futuristic Netflix series could be our reality with these incredible advancements. From advanced AI ecosystems to mind-blowing quantum networks, we're diving into 10 revolutionary inventions that sadly never made it to the public. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you never miss out on future revelations. 10. The Radiant Energy Device. Back in the early 1900s, Dr. T. Henry Moray from Salt Lake City came up with an amazing invention. He created the first device that could pull energy from the invisible waves floating around in space. Imagine a machine about as heavy as a large dog that could power up thousands of light bulbs for several hours without stopping. Despite showing this incredible device to many smart folks like scientists and engineers, Moray couldn't find anyone willing to give him the money to make it bigger and better. He wanted to turn it into a giant power station that could supply lots of electricity, but that never happened. Before World War II, he got a bit of help from the Rural Electrification Agency, but there was a big problem. It was rumored that this agency had a few people who secretly supported communist ideas, and they had a lot of influence. They were really pushy about Moray giving all the details of his invention to the Soviet Union. They even set up meetings for Soviet scientists to come over and see the device firsthand. One person, let's call him Z, was particularly sneaky. He hung around Moray's lab for 2 whole months, pretending to be a trustworthy friend. Moray ended up trusting him enough to spill the secrets of how his special device worked. Unfortunately, it turns out Z was a spy for the Soviets. That's probably how the Soviets started building similar devices later on, which they used in some super-secret weapons. Now there's a not-so-secret device we could use, the subscribe button. 9. The Hemp Car. This was a really cool car Henry Ford came up with in 1941. He called it the Hemp Body Car, and it was pretty much made entirely from hemp. The car was not just any car, it was lightweight, strong, and didn't cost too much to make. The secret? Its body was made out of hemp fibers mixed with soybean straw and a kind of glue called resin. Even the car's frame had hemp in it, along with some steel to keep everything sturdy. Ford was way ahead of his time with this idea. Everyone thought it was great how he used hemp in such a creative way. But that's not all. This car also ran on fuel made from hemp. Back then, people usually made this kind of fuel called ethanol, from corn or sugarcane. But Ford thought, why not use hemp? It could be a cheaper and more earth-friendly option. His hemp car was super efficient, managing about 40 miles on a single gallon of hemp ethanol, which was pretty impressive for cars back then. 8. Cloudbuster. Have you ever wondered if you could control the rain? Wilhelm Reich, an Austrian psychotherapist with some unique ideas, created a cloudbuster. He thought this device could control a special energy in the air called orgone and make it rain. It works a bit like a lightning rod, but instead of drawing in lightning, the cloudbuster was supposed to pull on orgone energy by pointing up to the sky and connecting to water. Reich was pretty dedicated to this concept and conducted numerous experiments using his cloudbuster. He even coined a fancy term for his activities, calling them cosmic orgone engineering. Despite his enthusiasm and numerous trials, there's never been any verifiable evidence that the cloudbuster could actually influence the weather. The scientific community in general remained skeptical of Reich's claims. Yet the idea of controlling weather caught the imagination of many. The cloudbuster looked impressive, like something straight out of a science fiction story with its large pipes and wires all aimed at the heavens. 7. Nikola Tesla's wireless energy transmission. Have you ever imagined a world where you could send messages and energy through the air without any wires? This was exactly what Nikola Tesla envisioned with his Wardenclyffe transmission tower. Built between 1901 and 1905, the tower was Tesla's ambitious project to create a global wireless communication system. He dreamed of a future where the Earth itself could transmit music, news, stock updates, secure military messages, and even pictures to any part of the globe, all without the need for cables. Additionally, Tesla aimed to transmit energy wirelessly, using his own Tesla coils, making the concept of wireless energy his ultimate passion. Unfortunately, the project proved too costly, and Tesla ran out of funding and patience from its backers. The unfinished tower was torn down in 1917 to pay off debts, leaving behind only the memory of what could have been his most revolutionary project. 6. Stan Meyer's water-powered car. Could a car really run on water? Stanley Allen Meyer claimed it could. He invented what he called a water fuel cell, describing it as a kind of perpetual motion machine that would revolutionize the automotive industry by running cars on water instead of gasoline. Meyer was confident that his creation would change the world. However, in 1996, a court in Ohio found Meyer's claims to be false, ruling that his water fuel cell was non-functional and labeling his invention a fraud. Meyer's life took a mysterious turn on March 20, 1998, when he died unexpectedly while dining at a restaurant. According to his brother, Meyer was meeting with two Belgian investors when he suddenly ran out, claiming he had been poisoned by them. However, after an investigation, the local police and a coroner concluded that Meyer died from a brain aneurysm caused by high blood pressure, not poison. Despite this, some of Meyer's supporters believe he was deliberately killed to prevent his water-powered car from becoming a reality. 5. Royal Raymond Rife's cancer cure. Could a device really cure cancer by zapping pathogens with radio waves? Royal Raymond Rife believed it could. Rife was an American inventor known for his exceptional microscopes and a device called the beam ray. His microscopes were said to be so powerful that they could see live microbes at magnifications previously thought impossible. Rife's beam ray device claimed to cure various diseases, including cancer, by targeting pathogens with specific radio frequencies. Despite working alongside some prominent scientists and doctors of his time, and having his work showcased in significant publications like the Smithsonian Institution's annual report in 1944, Rife's theories and devices were eventually dismissed by established medical institutions. The American Medical Association and the American Cancer Society labeled his work as unsupported by science. Nonetheless, many of Rife's followers still believe in his technology, thinking that his beam ray can kill cancer cells and other pathogens through electromagnetic frequency shocks. 4. Thomas Townsend Brown's Electrogravitics. Is it possible to create an anti-gravity effect using high electric fields? Thomas Townsend Brown believed he had discovered a way. Brown, a visionary American inventor, spent much of his life studying unusual electrical phenomena and thought he had found a method to achieve anti-gravity using the Biefeld-Brown effect. He believed this effect could have significant applications in both business and military sectors. However, what Brown likely observed was electrohydrodynamics, or the movement of charged particles in the air, commonly known as ionic drift or ionic wind. Despite scientific skepticism, Brown's ideas have inspired many hobbyists and amateur scientists to experiment with ionic propulsion devices, often called lifters, which use high voltage to generate movement. The concept of anti-gravity remains popular in the UFO community and has fueled numerous conspiracy theories. Although not recognized by mainstream science, Brown's work continues to capture the imagination of those fascinated by the potential of bending the laws of physics. 3. Harry Hoxsey's cancer treatment. Could a special herbal paste really cure cancer? Harry Hoxsey believed it could with his Hoxsey therapy, also known as the Hoxsey method. This alternative cancer treatment uses a unique herbal paste for skin cancers and an herbal mix for internal cancers, along with laxatives, special diets, vitamin supplements, and douches. However, major health organizations like the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the National Cancer Institute have found no evidence that Hoxsey therapy effectively cures cancer. On September 21, 1960, the FDA banned the sale and promotion of Hoxsey therapy in the U.S., calling it ineffective and quackery. Despite this ban, the treatment is still offered at the Biomed Center in Tijuana, Mexico, and marketed online. In June 2008, the FDA's National Health Fraud Coordinator reiterated that there is no scientific proof of its effectiveness in treating cancer, yet many false claims about its success persist online. 2. Paul Pantone and GEET technology. Can a car run mostly on water with the right technology? Paul Pantone claimed it could with his global environmental energy technology. Despite facing opposition, including being confined to a mental hospital in Provo, Utah, Pantone's supporters believe his system could revolutionize energy usage. Approximately 200 GEET devices in the U.S. reportedly run primarily on water. In May 2009, a Utah judge released Pantone, who had been wrongfully confined according to his supporters, allowing him to work with researchers on improving GEET devices. Pantone has made over 80 discoveries in various fields and is currently seeking help to market them: Rudolf diesel and the diesel engine, Did you know that the engine powering your car might have been inspired by an invention from the 19th century? Rudolf Diesel's diesel engine was a revolutionary creation when he patented it in 1892. The first prototype, a 10-foot tall iron cylinder with a flywheel at the base, successfully ran by itself on August 10, 1893, in Augsburg, Germany. Diesel improved his design over the years, and by 1896, his engine was much more efficient than steam engines or earlier combustion engines. He received a U.S. patent for his improved diesel engine in 1898. After his death, diesel engines became widely used in cars, trucks, ships, and trains, and are still in use today, representing sophisticated versions of diesel's original design. Thanks for joining us as we uncover the top 10 revolutionary tech inventions that, for various reasons, remained behind the curtains. Which of these unrealized innovations sparked your curiosity the most? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video enlightening, give it a thumbs up, share it with your tech-savvy friends, and remember to subscribe for more content that explores the edges of technology and imagination. Don't leave just yet. Check out our featured video, 10 upcoming innovations that will transform our world, playing right now on your screen.